Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here on this beautiful day. My name is John O'Grady. I am one of the Franklin County Commissioners, and this is a special day here on the what is formerly Franklin County land, Franklin and Cooper Stadium. I am excited to be here today representing the county, who we are the former all of us as citizens and residents of Franklin County are the former owners of this site up until just a few months ago, and now we're here to witness the beginning of a brand new era at 1155 West Mound Street. In just a few minutes we'll be introducing each of you to individuals that are joining me here on stage. As you might have begun to surmise, that this the presence of these automobiles, Bill, everybody wants to take a couple of these things home with them. But in the presence of these automobiles, that we'll be hearing some pretty exciting news about the details and the vision that Bill and the vision of excellence that Arshot has that will impact this area and the meaning for, and will mean a huge amount of economic growth and the well-being of the surrounding neighborhoods here for the city of Columbus and for Franklin County. Before I do that, though, I would like to just take a minute to share with you a couple of words. You know, I'm somebody who I grew up around the corner from here. When I was a little kid, we'd take my dad downtown some mornings, and every time we drove by, I'd say, "There's Jet Stadium, there's Jet Stadium," and it was all kind of like it is today, overgrown and dilapidated from years of nothing happening. And then we built, or the county, through Harold Cooper and Michael Dorian, bought a team and rehabbed this stadium. And you know, I came here as a kid to watch the Clippers play. I remember the original Pirates, Mike Easler and Dale Barra and those folks. Before we had the Yankees for all those years, I liked the Pirates better, by the way, because I'm an Indians fan and don't ever root for the Yankees. But I was here all the time through my youth. And then when I was in high school, this was my home football field. I played football for Bishop Reedy High School, and we played half a dozen games, or not half a dozen, about 5 games a year here, my 3 years on the varsity football team, and we played baseball games here. And there was nothing more special than being at what was then Franklin County Stadium. Boy, you felt like something special walking out on that AstroTurf. Until you fell on it a couple of times, or until somebody knocked you on it a couple of times, you realized it was absolutely a terrible surface to play football on. But this place, this 1155 West Mound, is kind of a special place for me. It's part of the fabric of my life, and I am ecstatic that I can be here along with my fellow Commissioner Marilyn Brown as we talk about the reuse of this facility and of this property that has sat stagnant for too long, and that it'll continue to be a fabric of my life. And so it is a very important a place for me, and this announcement is, for many, many reasons, very exciting for me. Before I move on, I want to very quickly introduce some of the other elected officials that are here with us today. If I'm not mistaken, our next member of Congress from the 3rd Congressional District, Joyce Beatty, is here with us someplace. She was here, must have had to leave. We have, as I mentioned, we have Commissioner Marilyn Brown, Franklin County Commissioner, my colleague, council members Herschel Craig and Eileen Paley and Zach Klein. We also have members of the Ohio, or Mike Stenziano from the Ohio Legislature, who, Mike, do you currently represent this district?
I do.
And very soon, is Mike Curtin here? Let's see, Mike. Oh, yeah, he's back here. Mike will very soon represent this district, hopefully. I'm pretty confident that that's going to happen, Mike. I think we all are. And is there anybody else in the crowd that I missed? Well, so we have several members of the elected community here to support what we are about to unveil. So, and then briefly, about 5 years ago, the Franklin County Commissioners, we advertised with an RFP for proposals to develop this property, and we had closed it, of course, with the development of the new Huntington Park, which we all have grown to love But as commissioners, we're working with the Economic Development and Planning Department. We had several key criteria for selecting a developer for this site. It was crucial that jobs be created here. It was also there were 5 points. One was that there would be job creation here. 2, there would be a cash purchase based on a fair market value, which we got. The site plan that adheres to the November 2005 Cooper Alternative Plan, the recommendations that were made in that plan, which this site development does, that the site development would be developed as a state or a regional destination point that enhances the economy of Franklin County was highly preferred, and I think that you will absolutely hear about that today. And that the development proposal would be consistent with Franklin County's environmental and development compatibility standards set forth in Resolution 68306, and this development does. So I would like to, for a moment, talk about Arshot and Bill Schottenstein as we bring him to the podium. So when the RFP was advertised here, there was, not just locally, but regionally and nationally, only one person, only one company stepped up with a vision of what this place could be, what this property could be, and that was Bill and Tom Schottenstein and the principal owners of Arshot Investment Corporation. And boy, if you look, what a vision it was and what a vision it is. Now I'm going to let Bill fill in on all the details of the vision today, and watch as that vision officially starts to become a reality. But here's what was really important for you to know about Arshot. Arshot Investment Corporation was formed in 1982, and it engages in real estate management, investment, development, and construction, and they are focused primarily in the Columbus, Ohio market. Arshot's an innovative niche developer, and the company has performed more large-scale historical renovations in Columbus than any other developer. Examples of some of these developments with historical meaning to our city's landscape include the Fifth Third Center, Bicentennial Plaza along the Scioto Mile, 107 South High Street, and the Worley Building and the Ice House in the Brewery District, just to name a few of them. So the common thread through all of these projects, and what I believe will be the secret to successfully developing this 45-acre site, is Bill and Bill's passion for excellence and his commitment to grow the Columbus community and to be a part of a successful Central Ohio. He lives here, he works here, he invests here, and those are just a few of the reasons why we know that Bill would be the right person, or we knew that Bill would be the right person to breathe life back into this old stadium and to help jumpstart this surrounding area. I think it's fair to say, and I really help saying this, that Bill's vision is going to become a home run for this community. So please help me bring to the podium the guy that's the reason why we're all here today, Bill Schottenstein.
Well, make a couple off-the-cuff remarks first. Got like the triple whammy here because the sun's in my eyes. I have blue eyes. I can't take these glasses off. I can't put my readers on to read my speech. So I'm going to muddle through it if I can. But the other thing I want to say is that you're not here because of me. You're here because of a community and the opportunity that this project presents to the community. I mean, we're just a vessel in that chain, but the reality is it's going to take the entire community to make this thing work. But we're very excited about what the possibilities are. And at the end, I'll talk about this. But there is a slew of people that made this project possible. And truly, it's not me. It's this other group, and I'm going to refer to those people later. But I better get on with the project, or else, or the speaking, or else Lisa's probably going to shoot me from somewhere down there. So, okay. John, thank you for that very kind introduction and for being here this afternoon. And your ongoing support and guidance from the very beginning of this project has been instrumental. And that's the truth. I mean, The county commissioners, Marilyn and John, have been absolutely incredible working with them and getting this project to this point. Mayor Coleman, President Ginther, Commissioner Brown, wherever. Marilyn, oh, there you are. Okay. City, county, and neighborhood leaders and supporters, thank you for joining us here this afternoon for what indeed is a very important day, not only for this project, but also for this entire community. As we began thinking about the possibilities for designing an exciting economic development plan for this shuttered site, we knew the key was that it must be a multi-purpose use, one that was active not just a few days a year, but rather every day of the year. The concept had to be not only viable, but also transformative and serve as an economic engine for the surrounding neighborhood. From the beginning, our vision focused on automotive research and technology, as it was an economic growth industry that had been identified by Columbus 2020. It is an industry that has the possibility to produce tens of thousands of jobs over the next 20 years. We believe that a cutting-edge research and technology center, if done right, could become the Midwest's proving ground for new automotive technologies, electric engines, and clean fuel technologies. We quickly realized a key element for success for this type of technology center would be the use of a paved track surface for testing of the vehicles. In order to utilize the area on a consistent basis, however, we needed to incorporate an exciting sports and entertainment component that could host a wide variety of sports events year-round. Through our intensive due diligence efforts over the past 4 years, working with city and county officials and conversations with local, national, and even international experts, particularly in the automotive research industry, we arrived at the program that we are presenting today. So, I'm proud to announce the new name of our multiple use project, from this point forward to be known by the acronym SPARK. SPARK, if you take the letters, are Sports Pavilion and Automotive Research Complex. SPARK is appropriate for a variety of reasons. Let me take just a few seconds to break it down. First, Automotive Research Complex will be anchored by a technology center designed to facilitate and showcase the Columbus region's many contributions to automotive innovation. The Tech Center will include indoor exhibition space and allow vehicular access to tenant businesses, classrooms, and work facilities on each of its multiple levels. SPARK will feature a paved half-mile track, and in partnership with selected businesses and educational institutions, SPARK will allow automotive engineers and technicians to use the track regularly for testing vehicle designs, fuel systems, and performance characteristics. An emphasis on electric racing events will highlight the performance capabilities of alternative fuel vehicles. The track will also be used for the test driving of new hybrid and electric vehicles by consumers. We believe that SPARK will meet industry needs and will help put Columbus and all of Ohio at the forefront of efforts to reinvent the U.S. auto industry. In addition to the foregoing, the track will be used by the public for driver training, consumer education and sales, and with seating in the preserved grandstand for staging a wide variety of sports and entertainment events. That brings us to the Sports Pavilion portion of SPARK. As I stated, the paved half-mile track with grandstand seating will be used for staging a wide variety of sports and entertainment events, including motorsports and non-motorsports events. Planned non-motorsports events include action sports, winter sports, and cycling, to name a few. To support all of these various functions, the project will also include a lodging facility, conference center, exhibition spaces, and restaurants. A key element to the success of the project is its highly visible location on Interstate 70, just one exit from downtown Columbus. Traffic counts at the site translate to approximately 100 million impressions a year. Construction will continue, construction will actually begin in earnest in early 2013, and we tentatively are planning inaugural events in 2014. We believe and we think all of you will agree that SPARK will be the spark that ignites the economic development for this site and surrounding area, bringing jobs, educational opportunities, and other related investment. It will be the new paradigm for these types of facilities. Okay, now to get on to the more interesting portion, get through my portion. I'm thrilled to be able to announce two of Spark's initial tenants. First, I'm pleased to announce that Midwestern Auto Group, or as it's known, MAG, has committed to lease approximately 11,000 square feet in the Spark Technology Center. As many of you know, and as you can see around you today, MAG is the world's largest dealer of luxury European brands. You heard me correctly. The world's largest dealer of luxury European brands. And it says it right on the truck, if you don't believe me. Okay, which car? And they're listed, but if you're not aware of it, their brands include Ferrari, Lamborghini, Maserati, Rolls-Royce, Range Rover, Aston Martin, Audi, BMW, Jaguar, Porsche, and that's just some of them. There are additional brands. Under this lease agreement with Spark, MAG showrooms are planned for each floor of the building. As a result of being located adjacent to Spark's paved half-mile track, MAG will have the unique ability to allow its customers to use the track facility for vehicle testing, driver training, and other promotional activities. As you can see from the renderings behind me, MAG will benefit from the prominent signage on the front elevation of the Technology Center and will be highly visible from Interstate 70. To tell you more about coming to Spark, I'm going to introduce Mark Brentlinger, but I want to say one thing before I introduce him. This is off script, so I may screw it up. But the reality is, this is an indication, this is the first indication of what we were talking about when we said that the track can be the hook to bring people to this area. Because I think Mark will tell you, without the track, he wouldn't be here. But the real key to this is that as we sit here today and you have these cars on site, who would have thought that cars of this quality and value would be sitting here? And the real key to redeveloping this area, at least in my opinion, is that you have to bring dollars from outside this area to this area. And this is the start of that. I mean, the ability to draw people from the Northwest, from the Northeast, down to this site will be critical. And one of the great things about MAG being here is they will not just draw from Columbus or Central Ohio. They will literally draw from all over the country. So this is, I'm telling you, I'm extremely elated to be able to say that MAG's going to be here. And I'll repeat, I'm extremely elated also to introduce Mark Brentlinger.
Hi, everybody. I have to say, MAG is very excited to be among the first tenants of the Spark Technology Center. I personally look forward to being part of what will become an important community of automotive businesses, researchers, and enthusiasts for Columbus from around the country. It's been my belief that MAG will draw customers to the Spark location on a daily basis with our 16 European franchises. Our customers will add energy, excitement, investment opportunity, and job creation to the area. With our long-standing relationship with 16 European automobile manufacturers and the resulting auto clubs and owners group, MAG will attract regional and national events to take advantage of the track. And who doesn't want to go and drive on the track in their own car? Secretly, I know all of you here today have driven faster on the highway or taken the off-ramp more quickly than the law provides that perhaps you should be. Now you can come test your mettle on the track and only invest a few minutes in getting here and have more fun than should be legal. That's provided that you drive one of my cars, right? With 5 MAG-branded showrooms located next to this amazing half-mile track, MAG will have the unique ability to allow my customers to use this track and facility for test drives, driver training, playtime, and owner club activities. It's a dream come true for me. And if all of that's not enough, we benefit from the prominent signage on the Technology Center. MAG will finally be visible from I-70. That means my brands will be seen by tens of thousands of eyes each month, many for the first time ever. And if any of you all have ever been to Dublin, you know we have no signs. So that helps us down here in seeing and increasing our awareness. It's been a lifelong mission of mine to ensure that MAG symbolizes excellence in service, vehicles, and ultimate driving experiences. I'm sure that our customers and potential customers will find the addition of the racetrack and our location within Spark a huge added value for doing business with us for all their automotive needs. I look forward to being part of Spark and the renaissance of the west side of Columbus. Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Who would have thunk it, right? Okay. All right, let's do our second tenant that we are pleased to announce, or elated to announce, I should say, who will move into approximately 3,000 square feet of space in the Spark Technology Center is Clean Fuels Ohio. I know many of you know Clean Fuels Ohio longtime Executive Director Sam Spofforth. We are truly excited about Spark and Clean Fuels Ohio partnering together, and Sam also serves on Spark's advisory board. And it's what's really nice about this is that we have two tenants that are indicative of different aspects of this project. But Clean Fuels represents these new technologies, forward-looking, and as you look around and see these cars as they sit today, who knows 20 years from now if they're not going to be incorporating technology that's developed, from this site or from elsewhere, into that Clean Fuels is pushing today. So we're very excited to have Clean Fuels here. Sam.
Well, thank you very much, Bill, and good afternoon, everybody. Clean Fuels Ohio, I think as many of you know, we're a statewide non-for-profit organization. Our mission is to reduce our reliance on petroleum in the transportation sector by promoting cleaner alternative fuels and a wide range of advanced vehicle technologies. For the purpose of advancing air quality, improving air quality and health, improving the energy security of our nation, and also helping Ohio's economy. And we do this by a wide range of programs. We have a real emphasis on working with fleets, on hands-on project development that will utilize these cleaner fuels and technologies. And we have a program called Ohio Green Fleets that's thus far certified over 50 of Ohio's fleets based upon their adoption of various technologies and reductions in emission and savings in petroleum use. We're also a fuel and technology neutral organization, so we're very interested in a wide range of technologies, including electric vehicles, natural gas, propane, biofuels, and others. We're also very excited about the development of Spark, and we're thrilled to be a tenant in Spark. I don't think we have the balance sheet or the profile or the brand recognition, frankly, of Midwest Auto Group, but that's okay because we're excited to be part of this because it's really no secret today that high and volatile petroleum prices are stimulating progress in research and development and also the deployments of these advanced energy technologies for transportation. And no state is more critical in this regard to these developments than Ohio is for a range of reasons. First of all is the presence of the auto industry, and not only auto manufacturing itself, but manufacturing of a wide range of components and the opportunity to transition that auto industry broadly towards these advanced vehicle technologies. And so that's number one. Number two is the importance of Ohio as a logistics hub, also with several large urbanized areas, and you combine those aspects. We have a lot of businesses, governments, and other entities that have fleets that are poised to adopt these technologies. And third, Ohio is a real leader in high-value research and development assets in the automotive industry, starting with the Ohio State University. Clean Fuels Ohio plays a role in linking these various assets together to help develop markets for advanced vehicles and fuel technologies, and to help fleets achieve their financial and sustainability goals. And Spark will be a critical center of activity to help bring all these parties together and raise the visibility of what's happening in all these industries. We will work with Bill and with Spark and leverage the assets here to connect fleets with these new technologies, to educate them, to help them get experience in using them through ride and drives, as we call them, which give people an opportunity to gain experience using advanced vehicles. We're also looking forward to the opportunity to educate and hopefully inspire the public based upon the high visibility of the location. Also, of course, I'm also happy to serve on the advisory board for Spark, so we can work to help shape how this unique and valuable asset develops to fill these and other needs. So congratulations once again to Bill and his entire team, and for everyone who's been working to make this facility a reality. We're excited to have the chance to relocate here and to leverage these resources to build strong markets for advanced fuels and vehicle technologies right here in Columbus, Ohio.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Mark. Bill, you know, today must be an important, exciting announcement in the city of Columbus, because I'm calling to the podium next my good friend, Council President Andy Ginther. And on a day like today, as beautiful as it is, it's great that Andy and I are here inspecting a former piece of county property, as opposed to normally on a day like this, we would be out inspecting a nice piece of city property, generally with a little white ball and a stick. And so it's good to have you here, Andy.
Thank you, Commissioner O'Grady and Commissioner Brown. Thrilled that you're here today. This is a great partnership and a long-standing commitment of the city and county to work together for the betterment of the entire community. I know my colleagues were acknowledged earlier. I want to acknowledge them again because we wouldn't be here today without them and their support. Councilmember Klein, Councilmember Craig, Councilmember Paley, I appreciate everything you've done to get us to this point here today. This property's played an important role in my life and the lives of thousands of people in Columbus. Baseball and football games, concerts, crusades, car shows, and other events. This indeed is a special place. It's why it's been so sad to see it vacant for the last few years. A blighted property, so close to the urban core along a major interstate, is not what we as a community want to be known for. That's why today is so important for Columbus. Today marks a rebirth for one of the most important assets in our community. A new chapter in the story of Cooper Stadium. Once a vibrant entertainment venue and source of West Side pride, Cooper Stadium will soon begin its new role as a center for the Central Ohio automotive industry, providing research and educational opportunities for our residents for decades to come. All this would not have been possible without the passion and commitment of Bill Schottenstein and the Arshot Corporation. They were willing to step up and tackle a problem and a property and its problems that others couldn't or wouldn't. Great developers have to be great listeners. One way developers mold their vision is by listening to the needs of the community, their neighbors. And when it came to the Cooper site, the neighbors had a lot to say. And Bill and his team did a lot of listening. City Council was also an active participant in helping to build support for this project in the community. In fact, I can't think of any of the other decisions that have generated as much interest and input as Cooper Stadium. City Council, thanks to the leadership of our zoning chair and President Pro Tem, Troy Miller, helped craft responsible language and inserted it into the zoning legislation that will help to ensure this development is a good fit for our community. The community's concerns were not just considered, they were addressed. I believe this development will quickly reach its full potential thanks to Bill's willingness to listen and be a good neighbor. And since this property is now in the city of Columbus, Spark's success will be our success. And due to the sponsorship of critical development legislation by Chairman Zach Klein, this site will produce the very things that this community desperately needs to stay on the right track to build a brighter, more sustainable future. Investment, infrastructure jobs and improvements, educational opportunities, and jobs. This property will also help build a stronger Columbus. Revenue collected here will help put police officers, firefighters, help us build sidewalks and other basic city services on the west side and in neighborhoods throughout our city. So when improvements happen in one neighborhood, all of Columbus wins. We are thrilled to be part of the progress and the partnership in moving this critical site and asset forward, and we are excited as well to be here today to support this event. I'd be remiss if I left the podium without acknowledging Columbus's Congresswoman. Joyce Beatty has joined us as well, and look forward to working with Joyce in the years to come to make sure this is a success. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Next, I'd like to bring to the podium and introduce the chair of the Southwest Area Commission, and somebody who, over the many, many months that this conversation went on, she provided countless hours of volunteer time. She dedicated a lot of that time to working with Bill and his team so that they could involve the surrounding neighborhoods in this planning process. And I think it's safe to say, and I think Bill and everyone else would agree, that another person that we would not be here without today is Stephanie Coe, the chair of the Southwest Area Commission.
Thank you, Commissioner O'Grady, for your kind introduction. On behalf of all the residents and small businesses in the surrounding community, I also offer a heartfelt thank you to Bill Schottenstein for having the vision, the determination, and the resolve to bring us all together today for this very exciting and life-changing development. I'm grateful to be here this afternoon to represent this community. As volunteers, we've worked tirelessly over the last few years to help shape this project. There are so many people who've dedicated themselves to improving the Franklinton and Southwest areas. In addition to the hard work of Bill and his team and all our local government leaders, I want to take a minute to thank some of our other community leaders who have worked on this project. From the Southwest area, Clyde and Rita Miller, Ralph Horn, Jason Walkie, Everett Kirk, Kathy Goddardham from the Franklinton Board of Trade, the late Carol Stewart, and past and present members of the Southwest Area Commission, the Franklinton Area Commission, and the Franklinton Board of Trade. I'd like to focus on the impact this project will have on our community. I volunteer with the Brownie Girl Scout troop from the Sullivan Gardens Recreation Center just south of the property. Last night we took a hike around the area, and one of the girls asked me what was going to happen to the old ballpark. I started to explain to the troop the redevelopment of Cooper Stadium, as I have to hundreds of adults over the last few years. But then I stopped, because I realized the end of the story was all that really mattered. I told the girls this new project would change their lives, give them opportunities they can only dream of today. I believe that this, in fact, is the spark that will ignite their dreams. Everyone who supported this project had their own objectives and vision. My vision was a balance between the redevelopment of this property, local job creation, a facility that draws people who may never have otherwise ventured to the Southwest side, and the critical component of education and training. My vision, the vision of all our community leaders, is to encourage young people and show them they have options for their future. One of the components of Spark that I'm most proud of and most thankful for is the community foundation that will be formed to focus on education opportunities for the youth in the Southwest area and Franklinton. I believe the impact of the foundation will be igniting the passion of girls and boys in the fields of automotive research, engineering, and development. Years from now, when I lead another group of brownies on a hike around this facility, I won't have to explain what will happen here, because they'll already have felt the spark. Thank you.
All right, so finally I need to bring up here to the microphone the mayor of the city of Columbus, Mike Coleman. Now, I don't get to introduce the mayor very often, and I'm not going to stand up here and try to wow you with all of his credentials and everything. He's the mayor, and he does that all by himself. And we waited a little bit to start before you got here, the mayor. We did, but you know, when Bill and Mark were talking about the opportunity for folks to be able to test drive these cars on the track and be able to go out and actually spend some time out there freewheeling a little bit. I looked down, and the mayor's down here nodding his head like, oh yeah, I can't wait. And what he was really saying was, oh yeah, Marty's going to have a lot of fun driving me around that track. Because the mayor don't drive anymore. Marty does all the driving for him. So come on up here, Mayor.
Thank you, John, and congratulations, Bill, for your vision and your hard work. I saw that guy on a skateboard up there, or whatever it was, sort of reminded me of you, extreme sports. And we're going to see a lot of that here. And not far from here, a long time ago, a guy by the name of Lucas Sullivan put the stake in the ground to establish Columbus's first neighborhood, right here, very close to here. And today we put another stake in the ground to spark a new era. We annexed this site with the cooperation of the County Commission into the City of Columbus for a reason. Because it was our hope it would turn into something like this. Something that would be a spark. And I love that word. It's a perfect name for this new facility. Spark. Because it means ignite and excite. It'll spark new retail in the area, spark new offices, spark new research facilities, spark new jobs, spark a new excitement and a new attraction to this area. It complements what we're trying to accomplish in this area, and this will help catalyze all of that. So again, this is a great day for Franklinton and a great day for the City of Columbus, and thank you, Bill, and commissioners and everybody else.